Grand Rising artists and creatives, I am so happy to finally be back with another video about this creative journey, this artistic journey, which can be quite lonely and sometimes confusing. And so today's video is going to be all about overcoming imposter syndrome. And so this is a real thing. I'm 17 plus years deep into my career, and I know a time when I have really, really struggled with it, when I was really in the spotlight in my community. And so most of almost the entire time I owned an art gallery in the arts district in my city, I was struggling with imposter syndrome. And no one knew it, right? Only me and God. But it was and sometimes my partners who I was with, because it was really painful, like, oh, this isn't good, who am I to do this? But I am here to say to you right now, here today, who are you not to do it? Who are you not? You are a creative. This is a gift. This is a true gift. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to unpack it right now. Real quick, before I do, let me just introduce myself. My name is Maisha Francis. I'm an artist, I'm a teacher, I'm a curator, and most of all, I'm a coach for other artists and creatives who are on this journey and feeling lost, even overwhelmed, professional artists, beginning artists, just creatives who know that you were called and put here on this earth to to do this work. Um, and so, without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into this. And I took some notes because I want things that have been on my heart and that I've struggled with and that I want to share with you. So, the first thing that I want to share with you in how to move past imposter syndrome is, one, dig deep and unpack who you are as a creative. I want you to recognize, and I already said it in the intro, in the beginning, but I'm gonna say it again. Recognize that this is a true talent. This is a gift. This is a gift that the divine spirit has chosen to give to you. That is why ideas, creations, things seem to come out of nowhere. And they're not from nowhere. You are a chosen few who have been given this gift to do this. We as creatives, we see outside of ourselves and we see like mathematicians and scientists, like, oh my gosh, what they can do with numbers, because that was the gift that the spirit chose to channel through them. Being creative and being able to make something out of seemingly nothing, or to have these amazing ideas that seemingly nobody or just a few other people even have, that is special to you. Understand that you were chosen, and unless you receive it as that, you are going to feel like an imposter. You are going to feel like, oh, I'm just woo woo. I'm thinking everybody in the world is on pink and black, or the normal thing to get married in is white. And here I am, I vision and I see a wedding just full of colors, not just two or three like a color scheme, but full of them. And it takes an artist to do that, and then that becomes the trend. But on the front end, it seems a little, a little strange, but you have to accept that that is who you are. Acceptance. Okay, so really dig deep and unpack that. Sit down and say, okay, I know that everybody is. Well, let me get into the second point, because that's actually the second point. Be okay with being a little different. So you're gonna have to sit down with yourself and accept that, yes, I think and I see and I feel and I experience things a little bit different, a little bit more creatively. And I want to say this. And it's not because you want to be oh so different or oh so fringe. It's because sometimes you are getting ideas and inspirations and insights before the rest of humanity gets it. So that's just like Tesla, right? He was talking about, catching thunder or catching electricity before anybody even thought it was possible or a thing. He was thinking about flipping on a light bulb and a light switch before anybody even thought it was a thing. You know how crazy people thought he was? Like, you're going to harness thunder A, one, who do you think you are? And B, why you can't just be comfortable with this candlelight and chill and relax? We have light, right? But it is, you have to be, or he was okay with it. He probably spent a many hours, years, days alone doing these experiments and being okay with himself. As an artist, as a creative, you got to be okay with being just a little bit different, maybe a lot different, to be honest. I have a student, he is so different. He is so different. But I watch him, and when I talk to him, I listen to how his brain thinks. And it's not that he want to be oh so French, it's just the way it's coming to him. He was chosen. He was chosen. Okay? So be okay with that. Um yeah, I already said it. That you probably getting it before the rest of humanity is getting it. So be okay with that and just rest in it. All right. The last thing that I want to say is, and this is a big one because we all go through this. The third way I would say how to conquer or move past imposter syndrome is to simply trust the ebb and flow of the creative process. I asked one of my friends, what is something you would want to talk about as an artist? And she said those words. And I sat back and I thought about it and I was like, man, that's huge. You have to trust the ebb and flow of the creative process. Sometimes you are booming with ideas, they are coming rapid fire, and your energy is up. You are creating, I mean, back to back to back to back, and everything you create, somebody's like, oh, so even you're just like, you finish and you're like, oh my gosh. And then sometimes you have no inspiration at all. And that's when that imposter syndrome kicks in. You don't feel like doing nothing. And that's when that imposter syndrome kicks in. You're like, I'm not really a creative. I don't really have it. Everything you do, it's just not coming. Nothing is coming out right. You can't, your thoughts are not flowing, and that's when imposter syndrome really kicks in. But I have to say, and this is what I've learned over my years of being a creative, sometimes Spirit is giving you energy and charging you, and you are, you're flowing, you're growing, you're sowing, you're booming, you're prospering, all of these things. And then sometimes the energy is pulled back from you. That's because it's time to take a rest. It is time to go in, to learn, to sit, to be still, to get new, fresh. You might be going from one level of one season to the next. And in order for spirit to move you through that, you can't be going, creating, moving, shaking, boom, boom. You can't. You need to be in rest. And so, like Ralph Smart says, he says it best: depression is deep rest. Oh, I like that so much because I used to get depressed and be like, oh, why am I so sad? No, you don't have to be sad. You just are down in your spirit, your energy, your body needs to be down. That's time to reflect. That's time to keep still. That's time to, let the creative visions come slowly and grow and blossom into something different. You understand now, when a caterpillar goes into the cocoon, we don't know if the caterpillar is conscious or not. We don't know what the caterpillar is thinking or doing or whatever. But if the caterpillar is conscious and understands that they are in this dark cocoon, then that could be like depression. But if they only knew what was on the other side, I'm sure they don't because they only get to be a butterfly once, go through that process once. But that is probably the most pivotal, the most important part of a caterpillar's life, that cocoon period. Because all on the other side of that cocoon is a beautiful butterfly. So, as artists, as creatives, take that time to incubate, take that time to let it be what it is as part of the process. When you first starting out, you're inching along like a caterpillar. The spirit wraps you up and say, boom, I'm about to let you fly. So accept that, trust that ebb and flow, trust it and go through it. And then you're able to come out on the other side of butterfly. And the other thing to that is with humans though, it happens a couple of times. That process will happen a couple of times. So as you go and you grow through it, you begin to understand, okay, this is the season I'm in, chill. You don't have to start thinking about jumping off a cliff and I'm a fake, I'm an imposter. No, it's not all of that. You're just in that season and you're gonna come out on the other side. So those are three things that you can do, I can do, we can all do to move past imposter syndrome. It hurts, it sucks, but once you learn to move through it, grow with it, flow with it, you'll be okay. So, what did I say? I said dig deep and unpack who you are as a creative. Be okay with being a little different and trust the ebb and flow of the creative process. So I hope that helps y'all. I know I wish I had somebody to tell me these things on the front end of my journey. I get it, but you don't have to be alone. This is what I'm doing now. I'm coaching other artists. You can work with me. My website is mfrancisgallery.com/work with me. And I'm here to help artists grow and flow and blossom and fly. That's my word for 2022, fly. So that's it, y'all. Sending everybody peace and love. Drop a comment below if any of this helped you. I would love to hear from you. Subscribe to this channel if it helped you. Tell somebody, like it. Y'all know how the YouTube thing go. Help your girl out. Reach out, people. We are ready. We are here. 2022 is our year. So that's it, y'all. Peace and love, and I'm out. Bye.